two accounts from two different soldiers on D-Day. First, Private Dunbar, who was with the first wave that landed on Omaha Beach, recalled what he witnessed to his wife Mildred. In a faraway distance, I could hear the rumble of the artillery and the burp, 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 burp of the machine gun fire. We didn't have a chance to fight back, as we were dropped in the water over our heads. No one's fault, as the entire beach was strewn with mines. With the stream of lead coming towards us, we were at the mercy of the Germans, and we had all to do to reach shore and recuperate. I floated around the water for about an hour and was more dead than alive. I pulled myself together and sought a rifle, and around I went, trying to locate my outfit. It didn't take long to spot them, and I was glad. But gracious Lord, what was left of them? Just a handful, about 25 out of 160. The battalion was almost wiped out. 800 casualties out of 1,000 men. Second account. Private Charles McAllister of the 101st Airborne wrote to his mother of his cousin, Private Jim Dashner, also of the 101st. He relayed what he had been told of her son's courage on D-Day. Quote, Jim's section leader had been killed and Jim was in charge, so he took over the machine gun himself. The enemy had them surrounded on three sides and had them pinned down with fire. Jim took the machine gun and crawled forward to a good position and set up the gun and began firing. He was in a spot and was doing pretty good, so the Germans concentrated all their efforts on him. His platoon leader saw that they were getting close and yelled to Jim that he'd better get out of there. The boys of the platoon said it was possible that Jim didn't hear, as they had known him to never refuse to obey an order. But his friends seemed to think he was just mad, and he was doing so much good at the time. He didn't want to move. So he stayed right there and fired his gun until it was red hot. Then they got zeroed in on him and they landed a mortar shell right on top of him. He died instantly, but his hand was still on the trigger. As a result of his continued fire, the platoon was able to advance on their objective. With all my love, Charles. End of quote. These letters are researched by Andrew Caroll, a friend of mine who I know, and as much research I've done on war and our American history, he's done quite a bit more. So I thank him for sharing these letters to us. I believe sharing these stories is really important. It teaches us about our past and our history. And as the once great Winston Churchill said, a nation who forgets its past doesn't have a future. God bless the souls who gave us so much on D-Day. May they all rest in peace.